In this episode, we're diving into the top 5 signs that stress is actually wrecking your fertility journey and how to fix it.
Welcome to the Finally Get Pregnant Naturally podcast, the podcast helping women identify the real reasons you haven't conceived or stayed pregnant so you and your partner can finally grow the family of your dreams. I'm your host, Dr. Katie Wood. Let's dive in, shall we?
In this episode, you're going to learn the 5 sneaky signs that stress might be sabotaging your fertility without you realizing it, how chronic stress impacts your hormones, ovulation, and implantation on a cellular level, and simple yet effective strategies to calm your nervous system and create a body that feels safe to conceive. So today we're diving into a topic that is often oversimplified or completely ignored when it comes to fertility, and that is stress. And more specifically, how stress might be quietly sabotaging your chances of conceiving. And I think what can often happen is in our modern day society, we perceive stress as normal just because we are all so busy and that it's just a typical normal part of your life, and or we are so used to living out in a very like fight or flight frequency and energy that we don't even realize that we are under so much stress. So we're going to really cover these 5 sneaky signs that stress could be impacting your fertility, but then most importantly, how you can shift out of that stress response in a way that's going to support your fertility. Why does stress matter for fertility and our ability to either get pregnant or stay pregnant? Now, I know some of you or all of us have probably heard at some point to quote unquote, just relax and you'll get pregnant. Now, as frustrating and non-helpful that this advice is, and it can feel dismissive for sure, because stress isn't just about how you feel, it's about how your body is responding on a cellular and hormonal level. So if you don't realize that you're stressed or what it is that's stressing you out, then it's going to be impossible or really hard to relax your body. So when your body is stuck in a chronic fight or flight mode, this is activating the sympathetic nervous system, and it is going to basically put on the back burner things like digestion, cellular repair, and even reproduction, ovulation. Chronic stress will disrupt your ovulation, progesterone production, egg quality, sperm quality, implantation. So stress just isn't a mindset issue. It affects you down to a cellular level. If our bodies don't feel safe, then our bodies are going to say, it is not the right time to be having a baby. And the types of stress that would make our bodies feel unsafe, like our body can't tell the difference between fighting for our life if we're in a battle or running away from a bear or a tiger versus literally being stuck in traffic and just being so stressed about that situation, or being in a work environment that is stressing you out from the time that you get to work, from the time that you leave, and maybe you even take that stress home with you. So stress is a huge, huge issue. So let's dive into the 5 signs that stress could be a hidden block in your fertility journey. So number 1, are you experiencing irregular or anovulatory cycles? So what that means is you are not ovulating. We know that stress can impact the hypothalamic pituitary ovarian axis, which is going to be in control of your menstrual cycle. And if you're experiencing irregular cycles, missed periods, or signs of not ovulating, like you're not seeing a basal body temperature shift, you're not having an LH surge, then stress could be an underlying factor. Now, stress might not be the only factor, but it could very well be one of the things that is affecting that. Number 2 is low libido and disconnection from intimacy. So chronic stress is going to lead to low sex drive. Your body intuitively downregulates libido when it perceives that you're in survival mode. And beyond biology, stress can make intimacy feel like another task, another chore, something else to check off on your to-do list, rather than connecting with your partner, creating a space for love and intimacy. And this can unfortunately create tension and even resentment in the relationship and conception process. And I know that that is not the environment that you want to conceive your baby in. Number 3 is poor sleep and fatigue. And yes, even if you're in bed for 7 to 8 or 9 hours, if you're wired at night but exhausted during the day, your nervous system is automatically dysregulated because cortisol imbalances are going to disrupt melatonin production. It can lead to restless sleep patterns, and then poor sleep is going to impact your hormone production, blood sugar regulation, and your body's ability to restore and repair your cells. It's a vicious, vicious cycle. Number 4 is digestive issues. Are you experiencing bloating, constipation? Do you have food sensitivities? Because when your body is stressed, digestion is going to slow down. And you may notice symptoms like bloating, gas, diarrhea, constipation, or maybe you can't tolerate certain foods that you used to be able to eat. And when you have digestion issues, this can affect nutrient absorption. So it's not you are what you eat, you are what you absorb. So without these key fertility nutrients like B vitamins, magnesium, amino acids, your reproductive system is going to lack what it needs to thrive in fertility. Number 5, feeling emotionally reactive or numb. And for any of you who've been on your journey for a really, really long time, I know that this is a common feeling. So you either feel like every little thing sets you off, and maybe it puts you into, maybe you feel some rage, frustration, tears, or you just feel emotionally like flat, and nothing affects you emotionally, right? You don't feel any highs or lows, you're just there. Both are signs that your nervous system is dysregulated. So chronic sympathetic activation, or the fight or flight, can keep your body in a hyper alert state, and then it can crash into a burnout and freeze response. So let's talk about, if any of these resonated with you, or maybe more than one, let's talk about how you can regulate your stress response and bring your body back into a state of fertile safety. Now, I want to say some of these things can certainly be like a one and done, depending on the scenario, but you're going to get the most benefit with consistency, because with consistency in these practices, you are going to rewire your brain, the pathways in your brain, which is going to shift the way that you respond to situations versus react to situations. So number 1 is breath work and nervous system regulation. So honestly, simple, intentional breath work like box breathing or extended exhale breathing can shift you out of fight or flight within minutes. So I recommend making this a daily practice before you get out of bed, not just a when I remember, if I remember to do it. But of course, when things are coming up for you and are very activated, I would definitely recommend coming back into your breath. Number 2, prioritizing restorative sleep. I know that this sounds way too simple, but creating a nighttime routine that supports your melatonin and cortisol balance. So this could look as easy and simple like no screens 1 hour before bed. If that is an absolute non-negotiable, then please buy a quality pair of blue light blocking glasses. You can talk to your provider about using magnesium glycinate, or you could take an Epsom salt bath. You could do some gentle stretching or some gentle yoga, journaling, reading. Any of those things is going to help get your body and set your body up for a restful night's sleep. Number 3 is blood sugar balance. So your blood sugar has so much to do with your fertility. And when you are stressed, that increases your blood sugar. Blood sugar does not increase just from food or sugary foods or high carb foods. Stress can increase your blood sugar. And so you really want to focus on mitigating and decreasing and learning how to respond to stressors when they do come up, because they're going to come up. And then you can also focus on quality protein, healthy fats, and fiber at every meal to keep your blood sugar stable and reduce the internal stress on your body. And also, getting quality sleep is going to help with your blood sugar regulation as well. It's all connected. Number 4 is reconnect to joy and play. When is the last time that you did something just for fun or maybe just for you? What are some hobbies that you used to really enjoy that maybe has gotten pushed aside because life has just gotten so busy or for whatever reason? This is really, really wonderful to connect to your creativity, which is stored in your sacral chakra, which is where the reproductive organs live. So when you can be creative in the creative outlet that brings you joy and happiness, that is going to help your fertility. And then, of course, energy healing and emotional processing. Your body stores emotional stress in the womb, in your organs, in your tissues. So, exploring energy healing, womb work, and emotional release techniques are going to help clear these stored emotions, okay? And this could be keeping your body in a more constricted and protected state and not in an open state to be able to conceive. So let's recap the 5 stress signals that could be sabotaging your fertility. Number 1, irregular cycles or anovulation. Number 2, low libido and just feeling overall disconnected from intimacy. Number 3, poor sleep and chronic fatigue. Number 4, digestive struggles and food sensitivities. Number 5, feeling emotionally reactive or just flat and no emotions whatsoever are coming up for you. But the good news is your body is so wise and very responsive when given the right tools to regulate your nervous system. If you're waiting until you're at a time in your life where you will just magically feel less stressed, you're going to be waiting forever. Right now is the time that you can take these tools and begin to lower your stress levels and regulate your nervous system to actively create a fertile, calm, internal environment starting today. Your nervous system is the gateway to your fertility. So let's help it feel safe enough to conceive. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful, calm day, and stay tuned for Thursday's episode for instant stress relief hacks to support your fertility.
Are you ready to finally discover why you haven't been able to get or stay pregnant? The Ultimate Fertility Blueprint is a quick, insightful quiz designed to reveal your overall capacity to conceive and help you discover potential root causes and areas to address to improve your fertility so you can finally get and stay pregnant. You'll find the link in the show notes. As a quick reminder and disclaimer, this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult your doctor or healthcare provider before starting any new supplement or protocol, especially if you're actively trying to conceive or undergoing treatment.